So my name is Leonardo Angel Medellin. My parents are from Mexico, and they came to this country before I was born. From what I've gathered from both of them, it was mainly that they just wanted an easier living situation. You know, I think it wasn't, oh, let's weigh the options of this country or the other country. It was, what is the simplest way for us to survive the situation that we're in currently?
Leonardo's story is just one example of the immigration that has occurred in this country. Since the beginning of our nation, immigration has been a building block of the national character of the United States. It has left a lasting impact which has allowed us to progress to a height that would otherwise be unreachable. Through immigration, families, entrepreneurs, scientists, engineers, and many more people came into the country and pushed us forward into the future. Although many people recognize this large effect of immigration, there are people on both sides who have very polarized opinions on what impact immigration really has.
Immigrants have typically had a pretty icy or negative reception when they come to the United States. That's not very new. There's a political scientist named Aristide Zolberg who explains in an essay a few years ago that the United States kind of has this contradictory feeling towards immigrants, where on one hand he says they're immigrationists, but at the same exact time he says it's restrictionist.
We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more to stop it.
We have to be tough, and we have to be safe, and we have to be secure. At a minimum, we have to make sure that we vet people coming into the country. We know who's coming in. We know where they're coming from.
Being a newcomer, always harder. And if you go back and look at American law, you will see that suspicion manifested in the law, whether it was those bills concerned about Chinese immigration, and those bills concerned about Irish immigration, those bills concerned about Italian immigration. We have that pendulum that swings back and forth and always has.
While this swinging pendulum occurs in our nation when it comes to the discrimination against immigrants, we also have quite the polarized view when it comes to immigrants' impact on the economy.
The more people we have to come to work, the better off the consumer is trying to purchase those goods. But the more people we have come to work, the more challenged an individual wage earner is to raise enough money for the family.
Essentially, the United States can't exist without the labor of immigrants. You know, I've seen research studies that demonstrate that pretty much in every period of American history, immigrants are a net positive contribution to the American economy, and I don't see any sort of indication that's different today in 2018.
I think that most of us that have homes in the United States should realize that their homes were probably built, if they were built within the last 20, 25, 30 years, by immigrants. And they gave us the homes in which we live for the price in which we can live in those homes.
Although the economic impacts of immigration are important, the most meaningful perspective is that which immigrants themselves hold when it comes to their role in building the national character of the United States.
Immigrants like my parents and my aunts and uncles and my cousins, I always think of them as the American dream. When I think of truly humble beginnings and coming to a country that you know nothing about and independently sustaining yourself, I think in a way that is something truly American, and that's something that without immigrants just would make this a country that I wouldn't want to live in.
I think in a lot of other countries, it's, you choose one or the other, or you're supposed to at least. And I think what's really great about America in particular is that you're able to still practice your religion and your culture while still having the ability to kind of choose a life for yourself.
So living in America, both of my parents have definitely become way more westernized than if they stayed in their respective countries. But I think that they both think that they're American right now, and the reason is because they stand for the same beliefs that this country was built on originally, or at least what we're told this country was built on. That, the idea that, you can be who you want to be, and there's opportunity for you no matter who you are.
I feel that, of course, you can consider us Americans because we work hard to be here and we want to be here. So it's a goal that we try to achieve on a day-to-day basis, and that's what I think makes immigrants Americans.
I believe that all immigrant families have the same drive to chase their dreams as any other Americans. You know, with me and my family, we're not all that different from any other family. We all go to Walmart, we all have to obey the law. We all believe in the idea of this country and never stopping and trying to achieve our dreams, and when that's achieved, we go higher. That's why people continue to come to this country and why they believe in it so much. And in that way, immigrants are just as American as everyone else.